Hey there, it's Kimberly Lucht, and I'm a business coach, energy healer, and dance guide for entrepreneurs who want to make more money and magic doing what they love. And so if that sounds like you, you're in the right place. And today we're talking all about how to be magnetic. There's a few principles that I would love to share with you, but before we get into it, I want you to take a moment to think about your favorite people in the world. And so maybe you think of 1, 2, or 3 people that just kind of pop into your mind, whether you know them personally and in real life or not. Just notice for yourself, what do you love about these people? What are the things about them that really stick out to you? Maybe qualities or characteristics or just other personality traits. What really makes them your favorite people? And so after you've taken a moment to think about that, we're going to get into some of the techniques and principles that I think are really helpful to become even more magnetic yourself. Principle number 1 is to be grounded in your confidence. So what do I mean by that? Grounded in your confidence really speaks to this kind of level of inner peace, deep peace. I think we all know people who maybe walk into a room and take the spotlight right away with maybe their voice or the way they look or their energy. And when I think of being grounded in confidence, I don't necessarily mean that you have the spotlight on you at all times or that you're turning heads everywhere you go, but that when you walk into the room, people notice that you feel grounded, that you feel confident in a way that feels peaceful. And so if you walk into a room in the next day or week, I want you to just notice how it might feel to walk with a grounded confidence. And so just for yourself right now, maybe take a moment to visualize that. What would it feel like to walk into a space, maybe a meeting or an event, and be grounded in your confidence? Maybe you'll sit a little taller or stand a little taller. Maybe your pace won't be so quick or fast. Maybe you'll slow it down and really drink in the presence of that grounded confidence. How would it feel to walk like that, to move in the world like that? Really take a moment for yourself and notice how that feels in the body. Being grounded in your confidence is not about arrogance. It's not about being the best or looking the best. It's about feeling great and feeling grounded and feeling at peace with yourself and the environment around you. And even if that's not always the case, even if maybe you have people in the room that you're nervous about or that you don't love or something else that might throw you off, the grounded energy of this grounded confidence can really bring you back to center no matter what's happening around you. And so as you're listening and as you're watching me, just notice how it might feel to stand a little taller, sit a little taller, being grounded and rooted in your confidence. How does that feel? I hope it feels amazing. Principle number 2 is to project an energy of love. And so if you think of some of the most well-known people that are also very, very loved in today's society, you think of people maybe like Oprah or Tony Robbins, or maybe other people like them that just have a really big presence and people really recognize and feel their energy. A lot of it is rooted in love. When I go back and watch some of the Oprah episodes from her show of back in the day, I used to watch that all the time back in high school. I just really think of that love energy that was exuding through the screen. And when I think of other people that I admire or look up to, a lot of them really do exude and project love energy to the people that maybe are watching or the people that are just around them. And so in your life, is there any way to project or exude more love energy into your environment or your community? Is there a way for you to become even more loving? That doesn't mean that you become more people-pleasing. This is an energetic shift. It means that you're more loving and receptive to people around you. There's less judgment, there's less attack, there's less defensiveness. It's just an energy of love. And so, of course, you don't want to overstep any boundaries by becoming more loving. That's not what this is about. It's more about you trusting wholly and completely that you can love yourself, the environment around you, and the people in it, even if it's not fully and completely what you would choose for yourself. And with that love energy, you become even more confident, even more peaceful inside. Like it's all kind of this cycle and it feeds into itself, right? And so Notice for yourself how it might feel to project a little more love energy into the room and the space that you're in now. Maybe you're in a coffee shop, you don't know anybody around you, but you just send love and energy to somebody that's sitting next to you. Or maybe you're on the train and there's somebody that is across from you, and maybe you just quietly and subtly send them some love energy. That would make you so much more just present, grounded, which in turn makes you more magnetic. Principle number 3 is to express yourself fully. And so I know for myself that when I admire somebody, when I'm inspired by them, they're just being themselves fully and completely. There's nothing about them that feels like restricted or like a facade. It's all part of their evolution as a human being, and it feels authentic. And so we can obviously think of examples of the opposite, of people that maybe are not fully and completely themselves, and you can kind of tell, you're like, you're holding something back, you're hiding something. If you feel like somebody's hiding something, you can't trust them fully and completely. If you can't trust them fully and completely, you don't feel attracted or magnetized to them. There's something about trust and this energy of open-heartedness and openness and honesty that I think people really love and are attracted to and are drawn to. And so if you are fully yourself, no matter what environment you're in, no matter who you're around, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to say or do the same things in every situation or in every conversation, but it just means that you're truthful and honest enough about whatever it is that you feel like sharing with people. If that's energy, great. Fully and completely be yourself energetically. If it's a topic that you care about, amazing. Share with your whole heart. If it's something else that you feel like you want to come out with or be honest about, go ahead and do that. Express yourself fully. Maybe it's with your friends first or with a specific community first. You don't have to share this with every single person, but what I do feel like is necessary to share is authenticity in whatever version it's coming through for you right now. You being authentic and yourself at your parents' house versus a wedding versus your business, that's gonna look very different, but the main energy of honesty and truthfulness and authenticity can always come through no matter who you're with or where you are. Principle number 4 is to put the spotlight on other people. And so if you are a leader or you are organizing a community, or if you have your own business, you know this to be true. People love to shine and they love to talk about themselves. They love to share about themselves. If you're able to put the spotlight on other people on a regular basis by asking them questions or giving them the microphone, metaphorically speaking, of like, oh, this person knows something about that, or hey, let's bring this person into the conversation. I think she has something to say about that. Bringing in people for the spotlight, shining a light on them, making them feel special, making them feel good, making them feel like you care. That makes you magnetic. And of course, I'm sure that you do care and that you want them to feel that way. It's not just so that you can be magnetic and to, bring people to you, but it's so beautiful because it's such a mutually beneficial thing. It's like you bring people in to shine, and then they automatically feel more drawn to you because they feel like you can support them and that you can love the shiny parts of themselves. And so if you want to be more magnetic, a lot of it is really about putting the spotlight on other people, letting them show you what they care about, what they feel, what they are most lit up by. If you're able to do that, then people are really going to be drawn in to you and your energy. I know for myself, the people that I love the most are able to ask me beautiful, direct, specific questions about my life or about my business, and they're able to hold a conversation about the things that I care about, even if it's not something that they themselves have experience with, or maybe they don't even really care about it, but they're interested in the things that I'm interested in. If you've had an experience like that, maybe it was with a teacher, a babysitter, a parent, a friend, you know how it feels. It feels so loving. And how much time do you feel like you want to spend with them? Probably way more than the person that is not interested or not asking you many questions at all. So take that into account. Is there a way for you to really deepen your connections by asking more questions, being more involved and invested in their lives or their passions or their hobbies or interests? How can you make that space for people to shine? Principle number 5 is to take a deep breath and relax. I know that being magnetic feels like the perfect end game and the perfect goal for any sort of career or business that you might have. And while that is sometimes the case, and being magnetic is really helpful for those things, it's not something that you can get just by grasping and gripping onto it, being like, I want to be magnetic, I want to be magnetic, I want to be magnetic. You really have to ease in to magnetism, ease into your true self, ease into your confidence. Take a deep breath and relax. A lot of the energy that comes with magnetism is not shaky, it's not anxious, it is calm and centered and relaxed. And so if you can feel, again, going back to that principle number 1, that grounded confidence, if you can really root into that, feel into that, and relax into magnetic energy, it's going to be so much easier for people to really see how effortless it is for you to exist in the world. Even, of course, if that's not always the case, it's not for me, but I think a lot of my energy, it makes it feel effortless because I'm relaxed and at ease with whatever it is that I'm doing or saying, for the most part, all the time. I feel this relaxed energy in my body, and that kind of translates and transmits an energy that's magnetic and an energy that people want to be around more. And so if you're not feeling magnetic right now, if you're not feeling popular, whatever that means, or likable, whatever that means, just know that it's okay, and it's not really something that you want to go around like this for. It's something that you really want to ease into. And also, sometimes you need to just find the right people. Some people are not going to celebrate a true, authentic, full self of a person. And if that feels like your case, maybe it is time to find a new community where people are uplifting each other, supporting each other, and celebrating the authentic, true version of you. So as you move into more magnetic energy, relax into the feeling in your body, relax into the goal of being magnetic, and it'll be way more likely to come your way. So I really hope that this helps. Comment below what your favorite principle is for how to become magnetic. And if you want more guidance like this, I invite you to check out my free Abundant Coach Masterclass. This is perfect for coaches or healers that want to grow and expand their businesses by being magnetic, but also by being really good at marketing, really good at making money. And so if that sounds like something that you want guidance with and more help with, the link to get access to that masterclass is down below. All you have to do is put in your name, your email, your preferred time slot, and the details for that masterclass will be sent straight to your inbox. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao for now. Bye.